If you've been trying to have lucid dreams or you just want to have them consistently, this video is for you. Today I will show you my routine based on my 5-level pyramid, which will work for anyone. Memory is the first level of the pyramid. First, we need to remember our dreams. Of course, actually you might already be having lucid dreams and you don't even remember. Basically, we have two options here. Keep a dream journal, whether if it's spoken or written or a mix of both, however you like, and take dream supplements. There are a ton online. Depending on where you live, some might be available, some others might not. Take a look on Amazon and you should be able to find it pretty easily. In general, journaling works absolutely fine, and if you're having issues or difficulties, just mix it a little bit with some supplements and you should be fine. Okay, second level, presence. And this is key, folks, honestly. The more presence you have, the more realistic your dreams will become. Presence means nothing more than lucidity. It's the here and now. Actually, with enough presence, you don't really need any techniques or anything of the sort, and there are 3 ways to develop it. Right, the first technique, I like to call it aura farming, and it's actually fairly easy. All you need to do is feel the fabric of space-time, if you like, on your skin. You'll see how it's like feeling nothing really, but it will force you to be in the here and now, and that's the important bit. Okay, next one, keep the dream alive. You can only do this within the actual dream, and the goal here is to prevent the scene from changing in its own. This will train you continuity, which is the other side of presence. You cannot have one without the other, alright? And third and final, I call this technique power jewelry. I recommend using or reusing a ring or a watch or a necklace or whatever you want, something that you can basically wear all the time, because the idea behind it is that you won't take it off until you've achieved your goal. So right now I'm wearing my chain, but I've used everything. In fact, the first one was one of those hemp bracelets that it itched constantly, and God knows that's true. And every time it itched, I had to think, hey Diego, come on, you're dreaming, no? It did do the trick, but you don't have to go that far. The concept is to wear something that will remind you every now and then to practice your presence. Now, you should see that object as an item that stores lucid dreaming energy, so to speak. When the battery is full, boom, you'll achieve your lucid dream. That's not really, of course, that's not really how it works, but that's the mindset that we need to have, because you won't take it off until you achieve your goal. All right, third level, technique. Honestly, everything is possible with the right technique. Personally, I believe that everyone needs a different exercises. So I'll just give you a couple to choose from, because otherwise this would be like a never-ending video. As you can tell, like on my book, it's just filled with them. So maybe one day we make a video of like a tier list of different techniques. We'll see. Anyways, you've probably heard of the reality check, where the idea is to choose an impossible action that you'll do throughout the day, hoping that it sticks in your head so you can also do it inside the dream, right? The concept is not bad, it's actually quite good. Problem is, dreams don't really work that way, and I'll give you a very quick example. How many hours a day do you spend with your phone either on you or very nearby? And yet, how many dreams have you had with your phone around? I bet it's either 1 or 0 or 2 at tops, but that's okay. It's a good technique if used properly. The key here is to choose an action that is very impactful, because checking if a text makes sense, that's shitty as fuck. That's got no power behind. Me, for instance, I chose to have an invisible tattoo that would only be visible at dreams, right? So throughout the whole day, I would be checking, nothing, right? Then I do it in the dreams, and then boom, there it is, the fucking tattoo, and it was so shocking that it just works, right? So you can pick any action you like, whatever it is, but just make sure that it's impactful as soon as you see it. You don't have to think, it's an emotional reaction, right? It has to be boom, power. Right, so the second technique is the mild technique. I prefer naming my own techniques, to be honest, but that's fine. So even though I'm from a different school of thought, it is actually a very good technique for beginners. So pick any dream you want, remember it, then visualize it, and every time you encounter an impossibility, like talking to a cat, then you have to imagine yourself realizing that you are inside a dream, right? So the secret here is to imagine what would you do next. Would you punch the cat, or would you pet it, or would you just go flying, or would you do, I don't know, summon your grandpa or whatever it is, right? You can do this with as many possibilities as you like, and ideally you will want to do it either before bed and throughout the night, ideally. Finally, I'm going to give you something super important that you'll need either before or after, no matter what, and it's a plan B. At some point, you are going to have a nightmare, that is guaranteed, and the good thing about this technique is that you can use it whether it's a lucid dream or not. In this technique, which is super easy, you just have to throw yourself flat onto the floor in order to escape the nightmare. Though it might sound very silly, I promise you on my crucified Jesus that will save your ass more than once. In the future, maybe I could make a video of more advanced techniques, but for now, this is a very good one to keep in your back pocket as an escape route or whatever it's called. And when you're having a nightmare, don't try to escape, don't try to fight, just let yourself go. And now you've woken up in another dream. Level 4, efficiency. Honestly, do more with less. Efficiency is key to achieving our goals. It's just better to get like a comfortable piece of jewelry that will last you for longer than an uncomfortable one that you'll just throw away after a week. Or pick a good quality reality check that you'll just do occasionally. That's still better than a shitty one that do constantly, right? Efficiency is the most important part of this video. That and presence, actually. As you can tell, I just got a haircut, a little bit less ugly, much more reflective. Anyways, level number 5, courage. Right, so you might wonder, what does courage got to do with any of this? And I'm telling you, like, the dreaming world is not a hippie place, right? It's not only roses and flowers and kisses and all that shit. Eventually you'll deal with nightmares, and I'm telling you, lucid nightmares are just on another level, and courage is the only antidote you'll be able to find, period. Now, the fear in dreams are very different from fear in real life for three reasons. The first one, you're just fucking alone. Everyone that you see is just fucking fake, right? So you're by yourself. Now, the second reason is because dreams feed on your emotions, and when fear just gets a hold of you, then everything else just falls apart. Now, that's why it's important to have the courage to remain calm and the iron balls to act on it. Now, the third reason is because in lucid nightmares, you'll face threats that are completely unknown to you. It's not like somebody will steal your wallet or whatever. You'll face a fucking ghost that is trying to fuck your ass or like suck the life out of you. So you'll probably feel like you don't have the tools or resources to survive in there. But that's okay, my friends. Scary as it is much more scary to having to feed the whole family or having a loved one at the hospital. So don't worry, as long as we have a big set of iron balls, we have a plan B, and we got a good dad joke, we're good. Alright, let's get started with the routine, which, by the way, you should be able to find a downloadable PDF in the description, alright? Okay, so a typical day could go like this. You wake up, and the less you move, the better, because moving will break the flow, okay? We wake up and we'll do a mild, I don't know, I'll call it mild from now on, alright? Which is, remember when you imagine yourself realizing that you are being lucid within the dream. And if you don't recall any dreams, it's alright. Just make one up or remember another dream that you had in the past, okay? Now, the more impossibilities, the better, but don't be late for work either, okay? Now, before getting out of bed, we need to practice, even if it's just for a second, our presence, the here and now of our situation. Again, do it for 1 second or 15 minutes, whatever you like, but do it. Then we get up and then we need to write down our dream, or we can record it if you're in a hurry, whatever you want. The key here is to transcribe it, to put it in somewhere. I have very crafted and beautiful notebooks where I just put a lot of effort. into them, and some others are just awful, but at least I have them, you know, they are recorded, and that's the important thing. Oh, and it can help a lot if you just, when you're like throughout the night, if you just write down, even without looking, like some key sentences or some key symbols or images or whatever, and then when you wake up, you just take a look at them and boom, everything will come back at you. Hopefully. Sometimes you, at least it's my case, I cannot understand what I've written, but at least I've tried. Okay, then we put on the necklace, the ring, or the watch, or whatever you've chosen, because remember, we are not gonna take it off until you've reached your first lucid dream or your 100th one, or whatever goal you have. And every time we feel it throughout the day, then we'll do our reality check, or we'll practice some presence, or again, whatever you've chosen. Now, for the rest of the day, I don't want to overload you, that wouldn't be efficient either, so I just want you to focus on aura farming, again, like the presence, and keeping your object in mind, whatever object it is. Now, when you're aura forming, you don't need to do it constantly, because then you'll get burnt out eventually. So you just need to do it, for instance, when you're walking, or every time you're crossing a door, or when you're driving from point A to B, or when you're brushing your teeth, or whatever. By the way, when it comes to reality checks, obviously, ideally, it could be better if they come out naturally, but if they don't, honestly, it's fine. You can just put a couple of alarms, say every 3 hours or every 4 hours or whatever, to remind you to do it, right? Eventually, they'll just come out naturally. That's better than not doing them at all. All right, day is done. You're ready to go to sleep. And I would say this is the most important part of the routine. Now, I want you to do the meal technique. However, very important that you don't do it in the same position you'll fall asleep in. So if you're in bed, I don't know, sit up or do it in the couch or whatever you like. But just don't do it in that position, because this secret here, my friends, is to fall asleep while we are aura forming, while we are feeling the here and now of our situation. That's the recipe. Now here I can guarantee you one thing. If you're silent from the moment you lay down in bed till the moment you actually fall asleep, on Jesus that you'll have a lucid dream that night. That is a guarantee. Now you'll see that it's much easier said than done. Problems will come and thoughts and worries about this and about that, but you should be just like a torero and just ole, because I promise you guys, like, the problems will still be there tomorrow, unfortunately. So okay, and when you fall asleep, remember guys to try to maintain the scene within your dreams as much as you can. All right, and during the night, whenever you wake up to like move or maybe go to pee or whatever, try to write down, like, again, even if you're not looking down, but like those little scenes. Okay, actually that is the best moment to do the meal technique, and if you do it properly, you don't even need to do it in the morning. Obviously the more you do it the better, but yeah, just letting you know, that's the most efficient way or efficient moment to do it. That's it guys. I'm happy. I think this is a simple enough technique, an efficient one, which is the most important thing. So in theory this should work for anyone. I've made it quite broad. Maybe in the future we could make, I don't know, a phone call or like a FaceTime or whatever with someone of you, and then adapt it to your personal like routines. Like, pues I wake up at this time, this is the kind of job I do, and those are my hobbies, blah blah blah. And then around your lifestyle we can make a personalized routine, right? Unfortunately, I don't have my book in English just yet. I'm about to publish it in English, like the whole translation, mamma mia. The whole translation is done, and yeah, I just need to do a couple of things here and there. Anyways, love you, thanks for watching.